The Tube in der Düsseldorfer Altstadt. Hier spielen heute The Smith Street Band aus Melbourne, Australien. Ein Konzert, das ich in keinem Fall verpassen wollte und eine gute Gelegenheit für ein paar Fragen an Wil Wagner, den Frontmann der Band. I'd like to start with some simple, boring questions.
Sure.
For all the people who don't know you at the band.
Easy.
So a question you've heard several times, of course, I think. The name, Smith Street. This is a long road in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And what's the story behind it? Why did you call yourself after the street?
Well, yeah, when we first started, it was Wil Wagner and the Smith Street Band, like Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, because he's my hero. But yeah, Smith Street, it's like, Bedford Avenue in Brooklyn, or like one of those streets that's quite lots of music and lots of culture. And I was living there at the time, and it just all made perfect sense. But now it's too expensive, and I can't afford to live there anymore. And the band name doesn't make any sense anymore. We all live like the other side of the city because Smith Street's way too expensive to live on now. But yeah, it was just, when we first started, it was very important to us. Like all our friends lived there, and all the shows were there, and it was just where we seemed to be all the time. So it made sense.
True, I've been there.
Yeah.
But that's 11 years ago now.
Oh yeah, when it was good.
I arrived the day before. And I don't know anybody in Melbourne. Just one guy I met about 2 months before in Byron Bay.
Oh, beautiful. Byron Bay, yeah.
So I called him and said, let's meet for a beer.
Yeah.
So we met in a pub on Smith Street.
Yeah.
And
what pub do you remember?
I don't remember the name.
It could have been. I could have been living upstairs.
Und während wir schnell ins Plaudern kommen, sammeln sich draußen bereits die Fans. So, but back to Smith Street Band.
Smith Street.
You started in
about 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite away from just local heroes in Melbourne to tour the world.
Yeah, it's cool.
Last year you've been with Frank Turner.
Yeah.
Touring North America.
Yeah.
You toured the UK and several places on mainland Europe. And did you expect all that, or was it quite a surprise?
No. We never. Yeah, still, even now, just to be anywhere, I'm so happy. Like, we never really expected anything from the band. And yeah, we started just for fun and something to do. And now it's our lives. No one has jobs. Everyone just does this full time now. And it's not net. It's so much more than I ever thought it would be.
So some kind of a dream came true?
Oh, hugely so. Yeah. This is... To be in Germany playing music is crazy for me. It's beautiful. It's really, really good. Yeah.
And being on tour...
Yes.
Do you have the time to see something else, or is it just driving around playing songs?
Yeah, driving around singing songs. Yeah, that's all it is. We see beautiful rooms like this, and we see parking lots, and we see venues. But it's so fun. I can't complain. Everyone is tired. I'm like sick and sweaty and just disgusting all the time. But it's such a fun life and such a fulfilling life. We meet so many people and connect with so many people. It's phenomenal. It's great.
So you like to play in Germany?
Fucking love Germany, man. It's everywhere we've been in Europe, Germany's my favorite. People are so nice. Venues feed you, get you drunk, give you a place to sleep, and it's best country in the world for me to play. I really mean that. I'm not just. I didn't say that yesterday in Switzerland. I really mean that. Like this tour is like 30-something shows, and like 10 or 11 of them are in Germany, and it's just it seems like a very kind place. Maybe Bavaria, not so much, but no. It's people just are happy that you come, I think, which is really, really good. And everyone just comes, you're from Australia, like, how did you get here? It's like, I flew for fucking 40 hours. Like, it's great. I really, really like it, yeah.
Is it different to play in a non-English speaking country? Or?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think people here, a lot of people do speak English quite well. But it's interesting, like, because we're quite a lyric-driven band. But it's the best thing people come up and say with German accents. Oh, I love this line. It's like, that's great. That's awesome. It is quite interesting that people who don't speak the language connect to it. But it's, I guess some places it's a bit like, we've played in China. We've toured through China. and they're just no one knows what I'm saying. But people are just like, oh, you came to China? Like, really? Thank you so much. You know, I think you just, you know, it's just such a good way to see the world and to meet people. Here we go, the beautiful glamour of rock and roll. There's a toilet flushing in the background. It's a very good way to meet, and I think people connect with, if not know exactly what I'm saying, like they can tell that I mean it. I guess I think people connect with that. Yeah, with the passion and the energy. You know?
I got dry blood caked on my feet. I got dying all over me. I got 12 bars. I got sugars. But I've had shit luck. But I'm happy. Star.
When it comes to songwriting, do you see yourself in some kind of a tradition, songwriting, storytelling tradition?
I've never really thought about it. I guess I've been writing. I'm 24 in a couple of days. I've been writing since I was like 12 or 13. I use it as like a form of therapy, I guess. I have quite bad depression and anxiety and these kind of things. So for me, I write a song every day, and that keeps me sane and keeps me level. And a lot of the time, I don't know how I'm feeling about something, and then I write a song about it. I'm like, oh, that's how I felt about that. I was really pissed off about that. I didn't even know. But I think that it's very therapeutic, and it's very, you know, when you write something and then you play it the next day and you're like, oh, that's not horrible. It's the most beautiful feeling in the world. So I try and write lots of things. I write rap songs. I write weird hardcore songs, and I just like writing. I don't know what tradition that is.
And your inspirations?
Bruce Springsteen, very, very big inspiration to me. I really like, I guess my dad played music. He still does, but I say that like he's dead. He's not dead. My dad played music. No, he played in bands before I was born, and he gave me Bruce Springsteen and Billy Bragg and Elvis Costello and Paul Kelly, who's an Australian guy who's really good, Bob Dylan, all those storytelling folk singers, you know. And then that was where I started, and then he still to this day he sends me emails like, have you heard the new National record? It's like, Dad, you're pretty fucking cool. Like, I haven't heard that. Download it, it's really good, you know. He's a big source of music for me. But I listen to a lot of hip hop now, like not like Guns, Cars hip hop, like guys like Sage Francis and Aesop Rock and Astronautilus and Y, and I find it's new folk. It's that traditional long song storytelling, not so much about music, just about what you're saying. And yeah, I connect with that a lot. But I can't rap. I can't do it. Look at me. I don't look like a rapper.
What does punk mean to you?
I don't think we play punk music, but I think it's a mindset, you know? Like, we want to do everything ourselves and book everything ourselves as much as we can. Obviously, here we have a booker because I don't know anyone in Düsseldorf. But we try and, you know, we don't have management. We're only on independent labels and have said no to bigger labels. And I think it's just, for us anyway, like, no one's going to make any money in music. If you're the biggest band in the world, everyone's going to download your stuff illegally, which is great. I love it, because tonight we'll play and 30 kids from Germany will know all the words to the songs, and I haven't sent 30 records to Germany, but that's awesome because they know the music, and that's why you make it. But to me, it's about believing in what you're doing and not trying to monetize it and not trying to exploit it in any way. I want to make beautiful music, and if no one else likes it, and we don't sell any records, I don't care as long as I make a record and I sit back and go, that is a good record and I'm proud of that record. Or, we played well if there was 5 people, but we played really well tonight and I'm happy with that. I think that's punk to me, is just not being so caught up in all the bullshit with music and just wanting to make good music, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The tour is ending soon?
Yes, thank God.
Only 3
No. Yeah, 3 more shows, yeah.
3 gigs left?
Oh, 4 with tonight.
4
yeah,
with tonight.
yeah.
And what's coming next? You return to Australia? Or?
Yeah, well, we're going to go home. I think we have a week off, and then we start pre-production for the next record. So we'll be recording that in the middle of the year, and then coming back to Europe in October with our friends the Menzingers, which is going to be really great. And then we'll be doing go straight from here to America and do some shows and do the fest in Gainesville and some shows around there. And then just before I came down here, next Australian tour got confirmed. So I can't say what it is yet, but it's soon. So that'll be in November. And then we'll have time off for Christmas, and then we're back here. We booked until like this time next year, pretty much, which is good. Yeah. Hopefully next time you see me, I will have lost a little bit of weight.
Look at me.
All right. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hey, no worries. All good.